morning, friends. So today we're going to do pasta sauce. You can probably hear second service on my TV. I usually just leave it up because I love it. So second service is on. We're going to make pasta sauce. We're going to roast these in the oven, garlic, everything. It's going to be delicious. And yeah, then we're going to can it. So let's get going. I'm going to first start by just cutting them in halves. I'm not even going to peel them or anything like that. I'm just going to cut them in half, put them on my cooking sheets. I got these big beauties right here that work great. I'm going to have two separate pans. So I'm going to have my tomatoes, stick them on there.
Regarding the things coming into your heart, and do that with all effort. Incline yourself to be, as it were, a militant soldier on the rampart of your heart, and you guard what you hear, you guard what you see.
I have a third pan if I need it.
Because you belong to the Lord Jesus Christ.
We'll see.
You may be young, you are committed, and you're saying, I'm going to guard my heart. I am not going to let the filth and the trash.
I love the farmers market. I love supporting our local farmers. I love being able to get good produce. Man, it's the best because, you know, you can't grow it all unless you got a big chunk of land, which we don't. And we grow what we can, which is exciting, but I love the farmers market. Okay, move to pan 2 for the tomatoes. I'm going to do my tomatoes first, cut up my onions and kind of squeeze them around along with my peppers. I'm thinking I'm going to have to use a third pan, which, you know, that's fine. I want to make a big batch anyways, so.
Garbage in, garbage out. What does that mean? That means, listen, whatever you put into that computer is going to spit back what you put in. We don't raise our kids. Feed your baby, feed your kid. You don't understand. What comes out? What you gave them. Oh, look at that. There. Macaroni and cheese. Good grief. Macaroni and cheese had to be put in first before it could come out. God wants the word in us rather than the world, because it's eventually going to come out. There's no doubt about it. But church, as we look at this today, one more.
I tried to get the angle so that you could see everything that I'm doing, but I figured everybody knows how to chop and slice and do all that stuff, so that's the least of it. And then you can see me put it in the oven. My kitchen is just such a weird angle. It's just like, well, maybe it's not weird. It's not the kitchen itself, it's all the counter space. So all my counter space faces my cabinetry. Like, I only have this tiny little peninsula that pokes out in order to make stuff, which I also put my baskets for, you know, some produce and stuff. So again, I have to clear off my counters to my table just to work in here on big stuff like this. Otherwise, it's fine just to work in front of my cabinets. But for filming it and sharing it, doesn't work so great. So yeah. All right, one more tomato, and then I'll do the rest of these for a third pan. But we're just gonna do these first two. Can only put, well, I could probably put both of them in there. I have an oven that isn't, like, it's not like a full size. It's not a mini though either, so. These are some of the peppers I got from the farmer's market, these little guys. I thought it was so fun, the purple and yellow and green. And then I got these from the store. They're organic, bigger peppers. I only did a couple of bell pepper peppers in my garden. I don't know why I did that. I planned on doing quite a few actually because I use a lot of bell peppers, but I didn't do it. I did a lot of hot peppers, which we also use, but I lacked doing the bell peppers. So I don't know if you guys, maybe you do, but peppers are super susceptible to pesticides. So it's really important to me to know what's on my peppers because they just sponge it. And I'm not shaming anybody. I am absolutely just informing what I learned, and I am I'm bothered by that. I'm just bothered by it. But anyways, so again, happy for the farmer's market and that I can get some things organic from the store. Because, you know, I can't get all things organic from each store. They just don't have organic at every store. A lot of the times, the main stores that I go to, I think they just lack organic, and I'm just like, you know, because I don't want us to just be chowing down on a bunch of pesticides. I really don't.
And so I said, it says in the Bible that she was catching longing eyes at him, and so I reenacted what that might be. And apparently I crossed the line. And did I cross the line, or did you think I was, maybe I was cute doing it? And that's all I'm kidding. See, I just did it again. There you go. But it's a heavy thing. But the woman is lusting for Joseph, and she's putting it on. And the Bible warns us, watch out for a woman like that. She will entice you by beginning
Fun. It's white on the inside and purple on the outside. These are so cute. I've never seen a purple pepper. I think next year I definitely am going to make a point to make sure that I have some colorful peppers because I think it's awesome. I think it adds to, you know, whatever dish you're making. Probably not this one because it will be blended up, you know, a little chunky, but okay, put some peppers on there.
So we talked about wising up. We talked on that. Wise up. That means that we need to be wise to the wisdom of the world because there's the wisdom of God that counters that. Know that the wisdom of the world is dangerous and devilish, and we wise up. Secondly, we are to show up to the opportunities that God gives us. God will provide opportunities. Why? Because
it's pretty seedy for a male pepper.
Yourself, God will open up doors for you. Number three, we are to wake up to the evil and to the good that is around us. And number four, we are to stand up in our age, in our culture. You remember last time I told you that regarding standing up, we are to stand up for righteousness' sake. We are the followers of the Lord Jesus Christ.
I just wanted to rinse off some of the seeds. I mean, it doesn't really matter to me if there's seeds in it.
We do not have religion. We have a relationship with the Almighty God through His Son, Jesus Christ. It is His blood at the cross. Jesus, according to the prophecies, lived His life, came into this world, God incarnate. We don't have to think about it. Born into this world in human skin for us.
Hi, babe. You gonna go color? I did clean it up for you. Did you make a mess in the living room? Because if so, you need to clean it up before you start coloring.
Yes.
Please go do that.
The books fell down.
He's
Now
arrested
I didn't
and he
know
doesn't fight
that
back.
they fell
He's
out.
beaten.
My hair
He
cut
says
hurt.
nothing.
But I didn't know
He's
the
crucified on the
deal.
cross.
Take me 6 seconds.
Oh, yeah?
He's raised up
That sounds good.
between heaven
It's a
and
good time.
There's only 3 more.
And Jesus dismissed the spirit, died on the cross. He's buried 3 days, and on the 3rd day rose again from the dead, exactly as the Bible said. The Messiah
I'm just
of the world
slicing it up
is
like this for roasting them, and then I will,
right now. If you're here looking for religion,
actually I probably won't need to even chunk them.
get serious.
Normally,
You are to know God personally.
I don't make it like this. I chop everything up really tiny, put it in the pot, cook it down. This way I'm trying to, by roasting it, create more flavor, more depth of flavor, and blending it after the fact, save myself some time. So we'll see how it goes. I think it'll be just fine, but some of my onions in the garden are starting to slope down, like to lay over, you know. When they lay over, then they're ready for harvest, so I'm getting pretty excited about that. Then I'll have my own onions. Though this guy's onions are really good. Before we even expanded our garden, I'd always go and get his produce. He has like 5 acres. I don't know if it's in town or outside of town. because he lives in town, and he's just an old farmer that does a good job. His apples are my favorite. He's got these yellow apples, and oh my gosh, they are just, yellow apples are my favorite. I love it so much. Okay, put these peppers on here. Still got onions to do. I gotta save some peppers for the next tray. Although they all go into the same pot, so it doesn't really matter, I guess. I can have most of the onions on the other one too. 2 onions from him. I'm gonna chop them both up. Look how, this is a normal size onion. It really is. This is kind of what we get from the store. And then look at this massive one. I was just like, whoa, man. If you are somebody who makes broths, and I mean, eventually I'll make another video broth, but I just did one, so not a video, but I just made a batch, so I don't need any yet. But if you are somebody who makes broth or is going to be making broth, save all of your scraps. Save all of it. Like these pepper heads, you know, these ends and skins of your onions. I mean, just save it all and put it in your broth. It's so good. I love it. It's awesome.
It's supposed to be. You can't get to heaven by being moral. You can't get to heaven by being good. You and I cannot get to heaven by being
I just
kind of standard.
put like
This church
some slices in it.
unfurled a scroll, and it said if you do these 25 steps, go. Now look, you and I humans have our definition of good.
Woo! It's getting me. Gotta love onion. I love it so much, but oh man, I hate to cut it. When I was a girl, I mean, tacos has always been my favorite food. Tacos. I just love tacos. And when I was little, we'd make tacos at my Grammy and Poppy's. Well, I would make it. I'd say, okay, I'll make tacos. And, or I guess when I was younger, I probably helped him, my Poppy, make tacos. But then when I got older, I always made it because I was trying to do something nice, you know. And then Poppy would say, do you want me to cut your onions? Do you want me to grate your cheese? Because those are the things I hated. Because it was an old grater, you know, the metal kind that stand up. I still have one. I mean, the nostalgia of it. But I also have a different nice grater that has a crank one that I just love. But anyways, so I often, if not every single time, think of my Poppy when I chop these onions. Yeah. Totally makes you cry. It's funny, but not funny because it burns so bad. Okay, these onions I will put, because I got some on this plate, it doesn't really matter, but I'm going to put the rest on this other one because I'm running out of room. Alright, let me rinse my hands off. Alright, and then I don't have any fresh garlic, which is fine by me. I just use this. I use this a lot in my salsas and everything just because they're easy. It's a good brand. I like it. Tastes good.
You know that you're on the road to eternity through Jesus Christ, and you're living the Christian life, and it's dynamic, in many ways thrilling, sometimes very difficult, but you know the path that you're on. Remember this, friends, and I'm going to give you a chance later on in this message to make this decision. But Jesus said, if you confess me,
drop some onion on the floor.
Believe in me, I will confess you before my Father which is in heaven. If you deny me,
Okay. I put quite a few cloves on here. Alright, so I'm only going to lightly season it while it roasts with the Italian seasoning. I usually can just, I just will add like onion powder, garlic powder, salt and pepper. And then I like this Pampered Chef one. If I don't have this one, then I sometimes just don't even use Italian seasoning. I'll just add like basil and other seasonings like that. But if you have an Italian seasoning you like, or if you haven't found one you like, this one is for dehydrated onions, dehydrated garlic, and spices. That's it. But some of them have like things I can't even pronounce in them. But this is definitely good. So, woohoo! That makes me so much happier.
Remember, goodness or good is the issue in relation to who is the I am. Then Moses said to God,
I'll show you these beautiful pans here in just a second. I'm just seasoning them. Oh, I should probably turn my oven on.
and they say to me, listen to this. What is his name?
Otherwise, we aren't going to be cooking nothing.
You can use this. God is talking to Moses.
Oh, I was just talking on the film.
Down the mountain to the
And then when, you know, we put it in the pan, I'll put more seasonings on it. But
But who do I tell them?
right now, look at those little beauties.
They're going to ask this question. What's his name?
Smells so good, too. I'm loving it.
Asking people you meet who believe in God.
All right, so let's do our oven.
Maybe they have cross, or maybe they have, I don't know,
I'm going to put it at 400.
Christian card. It's got a sticker on it. T-shirt. Yes. Oh, do you believe in God? And they're going to say yes.
So I'm going to do 400. I'll probably do it for 20 minutes and check it at that. Okay, so I did my third pan just now. I'm going to season it, and then we're going to get these in the oven because I just heard it tink, and that means it's at temperature. So
There's only one membership. Now, if a person's church is bubble system, well, you got church membership, this membership. You notice all the memberships are different? It's because it's man-made. Pastors that are gonna write me on this, on truth of the matter is according to 1 Corinthians chapter 12, there's only one church. And entrance into a church is like you trying stuff.
Alexa, set timer for 20 minutes.
Morning, I have to come here.
Good morning, Beth. 20 minutes, starting now.
Okay, we'll be back when all three are roasted. Okay, so the timer's going off. We're going to take out our first pan. Alexa, timer off. It took about 35 minutes to roast that pan. Smells good, looks good. I also added a few of my cherry tomatoes and my mini tomatoes because I needed to use some up, so I added those to the tray as well. Oh, I wanted to adjust it, that's right. Sorry, we watch a lot of Disney on repeat, so right now she's really into The Lion King, and so we've been watching it for days. In fact, when I wake up, I have theme music stuck in my head. It's pretty funny. Alexa, set timer for 25 minutes. I'm gonna try 25 minutes on the second pan and see if it doesn't do better. All right, the last one's ready to come out. Let's get it. It smells amazing. These other two pans have been cooled since they're waiting. It ended up being about 30 minutes on 400 and then another 5 on broil is what I was doing. I think it's sufficient. Okay, now we're gonna get this loaded into our giant pot. hot. Turn it down so you can see. Smells amazing. Roasting vegetables is just supposed to enhance the flavor. And it does. There's a little added extra. Just kind of picking at them, eating some pieces together while I was waiting impatiently. It was delicious.
Mama,
What?
you guys will play?
Yeah, just a minute. Okay, let's get the third pan. It's cooling over here. Okay, that's what we got going on. Our pot is about halfway full. Looks so yummy. All right, let's get it cooking on the stove. All right, I'm getting it stirred up. I have my water in the back on simmer. I'm gonna put my lids in next. I have my canner heating up my jars right now. I filled up my canner where the line is with hot water, filled my jars all the way up with hot water because we're water bath canning, so I need that extra water when I fill up the quarts. And yeah, so let's get those jars, those lids, I mean. I like two brands in particular. I mean, my jars have all the different brands of lids on them, but what I do is I take those lids off because I store them like that. I store them with those lids on there. After I wash them, I store them down in my canning room with the lids on, and then I take them off when I go to can, and I use the For Jars or the Superb. I like both brands. I really do. I I just haven't had any bad luck with them as I have other lids. So yeah, use whatever you want. Tons of people just use the lids that come, or they stick by ball. I mean, I'm not saying that I'll never use a different lid again, but I mainly stick to these, at least for now. We'll see. I mean, I use those other lids for other things too. Like, I'll show you coming up. I've been doing some stuff with the lids, so I don't know. That'll be a fun little video. For my burner, I think I might have to turn it down a bit. I think it's trying to heat up too hot, too fast. If you watched my previous videos, I've already told you how I have a wonky set of burners. I just replaced them though, so they're a lot better than they ever were before, and I'm grateful for that. But I always have to be on guard with my food I'm cooking on it. I think I'm going to turn it to 6. Test it out from there. My canner will only do 5 quarts at a time, which, you know, I don't even know if I'll have 5 quarts worth of sauce. I'll probably have to make more. So we'll just see. I'm going to put all 5 lids in the back though, just in case I luck out and I have 5 quarts worth. Yeah, so my canner just told me that my jars are hot, told me I can fill it whenever I want. So I'm going to leave them in my canner until I'm ready to fill them, which will be a few minutes because I got to reduce this down. Okay, so now I'm going to use my immersion blender and try and get this all chopped up and pureed down. I'll probably still leave it chunky because I like chunky. So yeah, that's what we're going to do next. I have to pull it off a little bit because this thing gets in my way. Just pain in the keister. So I'm still just cooking it down. I had to switch burners because my burner was just heating up too fast. So I switched to this burner. When you immersion blend everything like that, it starts out really thick, but you still need to cook it. So continue to boil it through and let it thin out on you. You want that. You don't want it to be so dense, especially where you're canning it. But yeah, see how it's moving so easy now and everything? I'm still going to keep cooking it for just a few more minutes, but we're about done. It's also going to marry all those flavors together too. Okay, so I got my jars filled to an inch headspace. I have added 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. Now I do this to make sure that it's just extra acidic inside the jars. I know that tomatoes are already acidic in itself, but some tomatoes are more acidic than others. I don't actually have test strips to test the pH level of the acidity. Maybe I'll get some, but I just add the lemon juice because it's an extra precaution, because botulism is not growing in a highly acidic environment. And the lemon juice doesn't affect the flavor of my spaghetti sauce. If anything at all, it would enhance it because it tastes amazing. So I do it, and yeah. So I'm just gonna wipe these clean so I can get a great seal. I don't want anything failing. You do all this hard work and you don't want it to fail. I'm gonna put it on fingertip tight. Too tight, and your jar will bow and it won't seal. Too loose. It happened one time to me. If you've seen my prior videos, the entire lid will come off, makes a mess, and you lose a whole jar worth of goods. I don't like that. So fingertip tight is a fine line, but you'll feel it. You just don't want to have to, you don't want to crank it down at all, but you want it to be tight enough that it holds the lid down during the process.
Anita, you're such a witch. You know, here, you know. Luella, isn't that a new fur coat? My only true love, darling. I live for
All right,
furs.
now I'm gonna put it in my canner.
After all, is there a woman in all this you are?
Okay, so I just put the jars in my canner. I don't know if you can tell where the shine meets on the black, but it's an inch above the jar. And I'm gonna water bath can it for 45 minutes.
She can't possibly help them. Oh, Pongo. I was so happy.
Crank it down,
I wish it would.
push play, and there we go.